What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the uncrowned Otaku. And we're talking latest chapter of Ippo. And before we even get into the Wally Ricardo fight, round of applause for Ippo's apprentices. Round of applause for Ippo's pupils. We're not even going to try to say that word again. They are watching a world title match. And they are like, screw this. Put Ippo on. Excellent stool placement. Excellent timing. He's whispering words to Wally. Excellent coaching advice. And Itagaki is like, will you guys watch the fight? And they're like, man, who cares about this fight? Show us more of our master. I'm like, these dudes are for real ride or die for their trainer. The same way Ippo would ride for Kamigawa, that's the way these two are riding for Ippo. So you can kind of see a little bit of a passing of a torch. Like Ippo is to them what Kamigawa is to Ippo. That's how I wanted to say that. So I was that moment made me laugh and brought a tear to my eye because I was just like, man, Ippo is already such a fantastic trainer that his students would rather see him do nonsensical stuff like plant a stool than watch this high-level boxing match. Now, speaking of a high-level boxing match, let's get right into it. Wally took round one, because they all knew round one, Ricardo just observed his opponent and adapts. Wally took this time not to go all out, but to play with him. That's something Ricardo's never seen. He even says something similar in the chapter. Wally is using the referee to block Ricardo's movements. So in one page, we see Wally running this way, gets behind the ref, and then backtracks, loses Ricardo. We see Wally with his hands behind his back, walking up. He's doing some of this. He's about to throw a punch, changes trajectory mid-punch. Now, don't get me wrong. Ricardo is never in any danger, but the unique offense Wally is showing makes it near impossible to adjust to. So this round one, which Ricardo was supposed to use to assess his opponent, how do you assess that? Wally is unaccessible. And round two is where we should get into the boxing match. We don't know if Ricardo's going to take another assessment round or if he's going to really start boxing. But round two is where we'll get to see if Wally is really world championship caliber. Because Ricardo theoretically should come out throwing him things. But Ricardo's never fought anybody with this unique offense with such fancy footwork. For all intents and purposes, Wally is hit and running to perfection. The speed of his retreat, immaculate. The unique offense, unpredictable. The flexibility of his joints allows him to do things normal boxers would never think of. Which means if Ricardo's planning on blocking low, he'll have to think maybe it could come high. It's crazy the chess game this just became for Ricardo. Wally is free in the ring. I honestly don't think Wally's even thinking for real. Wally's having the time of his life. He's living in the moment. And he's enjoying this fight for what it's worth. Ricardo is the one that's going to have trouble because Ricardo plays these boxing matches like a chess game. Round one, he's moving all his pawns. He's not worried about any damage he may take because his pawns are setting it up for his bishop, his rook, his castles to take full effect and dominate the later rounds. But in this chess game, he's moving his pawns, but Wally, instead of moving his pawns accordingly, Wally is throwing out his bishop already. Wally has his queen front and center. You see how the unpredictability just messes up what you would want to normally do? It's going to be crazy to see what Ricardo can do with this. Wally is using every ounce of the ring, and I've never seen somebody use the referee for cover. That was hilariously ingenious. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. A part of me really hopes that Wally pulls this out. And Ippo being a second is honestly a very good call because right now, Ippo's saying, how could Ricardo assess any of this? This is nonsense. This is crazy. You could never think of what Wally's going to do next. But I guarantee you, as the match goes on, Ippo's going to have some critical advice that's going to help Wally pull through. And I really hope Wally can get this championship. Nothing against Ricardo, but he's been a champ for so long. It's time to pass it to the new ones. We're going to see a passing of that torch. But what do y'all think is going to happen? Latest chapter of Hajime no Ippo came out. Also, latest chapter of King and Omega dropped. I got to do a video on that. Video coming out tomorrow for King and Omega. And new episode of Prince of Tennis. I got to do a video on that for Saturday. It's so much stuff, and work is causing me to get backlogged with all these videos. I want to give y'all this content. But we're going to start with Hajime no Ippo because I love that, and I've been following that since the beginning. A decade in, and we're going to keep rocking strong. Uncrowned Kingdom. I've been your boy, the Uncrowned Otaku. That's the fire that keeps the kingdom. Yep, right here. It keeps the kingdom burning safely. It'll never go out. Grow out? I'm stumbling over my words. It'll never go out. But you know what will go out? This video in about 10 seconds. Y'all be easy. Peace.